Welcome to this episode. Today we are diving deep into one of the most powerful topics of our time, real life stories of financial freedom. What if I told you that some of the most incredible financial freedom stories don't come from Wall Street billionaires or tech moguls, but from people just like you and me? Meet Shara, a single mother who was drowning in debt just 5 years ago. Today she is completely debt free and building a generational wealth. And Jake, a teacher who figured out how to retire at 45 while still loving what he does. These are not fairy tales, these are real people who cracked the code to financial freedom. And today, I'm sharing their incredible journeys with you. By the end of this video, you will see exactly how ordinary people achieve extraordinary financial results. Number 1. The Single Mother's Miracle. Aarti's Transformation. Let me tell you about Aarti, a 34-year-old woman whose world collapsed when she found a crumpled note from her husband announcing he was leaving. After years of being a dedicated homemaker, she was left with literally no savings, mounting bills, and a crushing sense of defeat. But Aarti refused to become another statistic. What happened next will blow your mind. The rock bottom moment. Sitting in a cramped apartment with red eyes and shaking hands, Aarti listed her assets. Practically nothing. Her debts, overwhelming. Her prospects, terrifying. She had two choices, give up or fight back. The transformation plan. Aarti chose to fight. She got a part-time job at a local bookstore. Not glamorous, but it covered rent. Every evening, while loneliness echoed through her small apartment, she educated herself about personal finance through blogs and podcasts. The financial strategy she used. She created a zero-based budget where every rupee had a purpose. Started with tiny investments, just 500 rupees per month in mutual funds. She sold unused jewelry and saris online to build an emergency fund. She tracked every expense religiously. The results? 3 years later, Aarti had built a 2.5 lakh rupees emergency fund. She was investing rupees 5,000 monthly. And she started her own small online business selling handmade crafts. More importantly, she had built her confidence and created a secure future for her children. Aarti's story proves that financial freedom is not about how much you start with. It's about how determined you are to change your situation. Number 2. The teacher who retired at 45. Martha's late bloomer success. Now meet Martha Sullivan, a 50-year-old high school English teacher from Alabama who proves it's never too late to start your financial freedom journey. The wake-up call. At 47, after an emotional breakup, Martha faced a harsh reality. She was living paycheck to paycheck with almost no savings. The woman who had spent her life teaching others had never learned to teach herself about money. The discovery. Everything changed when a 27-year-old colleague introduced Martha to the FIRE movement. FIRE means financial independence, retire early. This young teacher was planning to retire by 40 and Martha was intrigued. The late bloomer strategy. Martha dove headfirst into financial education, books, podcasts, blogs. She sold her car and used public transportation. She started cooking at home instead of eating out. She picked up tutoring as a side hustle. She invested aggressively in low-cost funds. The dramatic transformation. In just 3 years, Martha had saved and invested over $150,000 more than she ever thought possible. But the real transformation was mental. She went from feeling hopeless about her financial future to feeling completely in control. The ripple effect. Martha didn't stop there. She became an active member of the FIRE community, started her own blog to inspire others, late bloomers, and completely changed her relationship with money. Martha's story teaches us that financial independence is not just about retiring early. It's about taking control of your financial destiny, no matter when you start. Number 3. The young achiever who cracked the code. Lucas Silicon Valley success. Let me introduce you to Lucas, a young man from rural Midwest who moved to Silicon Valley and did the exact opposite of what everyone else was doing. At 22, Lucas landed a high-paying tech job in Silicon Valley. His colleagues were living the high life, expensive apartments, luxury cars, fancy restaurants. The pressure to keep up was enormous. But Lucas made a radical decision. Instead of inflating his lifestyle, he chose to live like he was still in college. While his colleagues were spending their six-figure salaries, Lucas was saving and investing most of it. The extreme strategy Lucas followed is he lived in a modest apartment while his colleagues rented luxury places. He drove his old college car instead of leasing a BMW, cooked at home instead of dining out nightly. He found free entertainment like hiking, reading, and community events. He invested heavily in index funds with a buy and hold strategy. The social pressure he got. This was not easy. Lucas faced criticism and skepticism from his peers who didn't understand his choices. There were moments of temptation and doubt, but he stayed focused on his vision of financial independence. The incredible outcome was, after just 8 years of unwavering discipline, Lucas achieved financial independence at age 30. His investment portfolio could cover his living expenses indefinitely. He had bought his freedom, the life transformation. Lucas discovered that his frugal lifestyle led to unexpected benefits. He found joy in cooking, peace in nature, and satisfaction in reading. His life became less cluttered by material possessions and more focused on what truly mattered. Lucas proves that when you start early and stay disciplined, financial independence is not just possible, it's inevitable. Number 4. The family that did it together. The Andersons' journey. Finally, meet the Andersons, Tom, Anna, and the 3 children, who turned financial independence into a family mission. At the starting point, Tom, a software engineer, and Anna, a pediatric nurse, were living the typical American dream. 2 good incomes, nice house, 2 cars, and living paycheck to paycheck despite making good money. The family discovery. When Tom stumbled upon fire during a late night internet session, he knew this could change everything. But unlike individual journeys, this had to be a family decision. The collective strategy they followed. They involved their children in money discussions, teaching financial literacy early. They created a family budget and tracked expenses together. They downsized their home, trading a large suburban house for a cozy, affordable one. They sold 1 car and began carpooling and walking more. They started meal planning to reduce grocery costs. They cut unnecessary subscriptions and luxuries. The children's transformation. The most amazing part, the kids embraced it. Their 15-year-old son Ben now works part-time and saves half of his paycheck. Their 12-year-old daughter Lisa sells her artwork online and invests her earnings. The 5-year result. The Andersons paid off all debts, including their mortgage, and built a net worth of over $500,000. They are on track for financial independence by their early 50s. But the money was not the only win. The Andersons discovered that financial discipline brought them closer together as a family. They learned to find joy in simple pleasures and created lasting value for their children. The Andersons show us that financial freedom is not just an individual pursuit. It can transform entire families and shape the financial futures of generations. The common threads. What these stories teach us. So what do Aarti, Martha, Lucas, and the Andersons have in common? What are the universal principles that led to their success? Number 1. They all started with a decision. Each person had a moment where they decided enough was enough. Financial freedom begins with a mindset shift, not a paycheck increase. Number 2. Education becomes their superpower. None of them were born financial geniuses. They all educated themselves through books, podcasts, blogs, and online resources. Knowledge became their greatest asset. Number 3. They lived below their means. Whether it was Aarti selling jewelry, Martha's taking public transport, Lucas keeping his college car, or Anderson's downsizing, they all spent less than they earned. Number 4. They invested consistently. Small, consistent investment beat large, sporadic ones every time. They all started small and stayed consistent. Number 5. They stayed focused on their why. Each had a powerful reason. Aarti wanted security for her children. Martha wanted freedom from financial stress. Lucas wanted a choice in his career. And the Andersons wanted to spend more time together. Your financial freedom story starts now. Here's the truth that changes everything. These people are not special. They don't have secret knowledge or superhuman willpower. They simply made different choices. Your action plan must be: Number 1. Calculate your current net worth. Know where you stand. Number 2. Start learning. Spend 30 minutes daily on financial education. Number 3. Create a budget. Track every penny for 1 month. Number 4. Start investing. Even 500 per month makes a difference. Number 5. Find your why. What does financial freedom mean to you? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Aarti, Martha, Lucas, and the Andersons all started exactly where you are right now. They all had doubts, fears, and obstacles. But they took the first step anyway. Your financial freedom story is waiting to be written. The question is not whether you can do it. The question is when you will start. Hit that subscribe button if these stories inspired you. And share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And let me know in the comments which story resonated most with you and why. Remember, financial freedom is not about being rich. It's about having choices. And your choices start today.